Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to my second episode of Let's Talk Dirt. Today I am really excited to finally be filming this episode first. It has been a little crazy, but hopefully these next videos will get out a lot quicker. And second, today I had originally planned to show you guys my soil mixtures and what I mix in, the ratios of stuff, but as I thought about it, I feel like it's really important to know the ingredients first. And that reason why is if you're troubleshooting or if you're giving them new soil because they're having issues, you really need to know the ingredients so that you know how to amend the soil for what's going on. So if you need more aeration or more moisture control or retention, that way if you know exactly what the ingredients are and why you're putting it into the soil, you'll be able to do that a lot more easily, and when you're making your mixtures you'll know how to better do it for you and your environment. So that's kind of where I'm going into the ingredients first, and hopefully I'll do shorter videos. I know we talk a lot, so it might not be that short, but I'll do my best. So also, I'm not saying you need to run out and repot all your plants either. That's not really feasible financially or time-wise for most of us. I mean, if you can, that's great, but this really is just to give you a good basis of knowledge for soil mixtures, and if you want to start mixing your own, or if you're troubleshooting a plant that's struggling, a lot of times, no pun intended, the root of the problem is in the soil, and it can help with watering issues and a lot of other stuff. So it's more to just give you that information, and you can use going forward, or you can repot. But the reason I love this ingredient I'm going to talk to you about today is that you don't have to repot your plant to start using it. You can start using it right away on all of your plants, no matter what they're already in. And what that is worm castings. And this is mine. It's just the one I have. I'm not saying this is like the one to use. There's a lot of options out there. I just suggest that it is a pure worm castings that you get. You can get soil amended with it, which if you're only using it in your soil mixtures would work, but the other ways that I'm going to talk about today, it does need to be pure worm castings to be fully beneficial. And you know what, guys, I love this stuff. I am super excited I found out about it. I'm kind of mad it took me so long to find out about it, but it really is just this like superpower ingredient. So what it is worm poop. There's no way around. I mean, there's a lot of creative ways that they say that. My favorite one being the end products of worm digestion. I thought that was hilarious, the lengths that they go to not to say worm poop. But it's full of organic matter and desirable microorganisms that are shown to be way more beneficial than any ratioed fertilizer. And so it has all the great nutrients that you need for your plants, but you're not going to struggle with things like fertilizer burn with the ratioed fertilizers. Because a lot of you, if you've used those, you have to be really careful with how much you give them and when and what type of plants for the fertilizer, or it's really easy to hurt your plant and give it fertilizer burn, which no one wants to do, right? We're trying to help it and give it food. So this is a great way to really give it all those great nutrients and not have to worry about it. And it's just an all-natural organic way. It also improves soil aeration, and it also helps hold those nutrients in the soil. So in my first video, I showed you how the water was different, how the ones with the amendments, the water was pretty much clear when it came out, and then the other ones it was that gross murky yellow. So this is one of those ingredients that's going to help retain all those nutrients in the soil, and then they're not going to leach out when you water. I'm going to read you, so there's been a few studies on this stuff. This is one that Ohio State Ecology Lab did. They found them to enhance seed growth, germination, plant growth, flower and fruit production. The castings curb certain plant diseases, including root and crown rot and wilt disease, as well as inhibiting pests like mealy, scales, aphid. And I read that and was like, I'm sold. Where do I buy it? I mean, anyone who does houseplants, most everyone I have struggled with pests. So anything that not only naturally will get rid of them, but naturally inhibits them from even attacking your plant, I'm all for it. So this stuff is pretty great, and I've actually experienced that working with my outdoor plants. For whatever reason in my city, we get aphids really bad. Like, they're at every park, they're on all the weeds outside, they're at every nursery. It was really strange. This is our, well, I guess it's our second summer here, but I didn't notice it last year. This year I was hesitant to plant anything out front because I was like, the aphids are just going to attack it and kill it. But I did it, and I used worm castings as a top dressing, and I mixed it into the soil. And not only did they not get aphids, it actually got rid of the aphids that were on one of the cacti I bought. So I was pretty amazed, because we still had aphids in the backyard on the weeds and stuff back there, but nothing on my plants. I was shocked, honestly. Thought that was pretty great. And I didn't use any other type of pest control. There wasn't, anything else going on in there. So I think it's awesome. Super excited about this ingredient. And I've been using it in my plants, but the way I've been doing it, you can do the top dressing, which is just putting it on top of the soil, and then as you water, it's going to go down into the plant. You can mix it into the top, like 1/4 or 1/2 inch of the soil, and then as you water, it's going to get in there. Or you can do what I've been doing, which I've loved, is making a castings tea. Sounds kind of more intense than it is. All you do is leave the castings in your water for 24 hours, and then water your plants as normal with that tea. So, and the U.S. Department of Agriculture did a study and cited, with just using the tea, that it also had all those benefits with preventing diseases, and that the pests were inhibited. I have a hard time saying that word, pests. And one thing it does is actually naturally eats away at their covering, like mealybugs, how they have that protective covering. It's something that just naturally degrades that. So it is just, anything that feeds your plants, prevents pests and diseases, what's not to love, right? But your castings tea, all you want to do is just let it soak. And the ratio, that's why I looked at my paper, I want to make sure I tell you right, but it's roughly 2 cups castings per 5 gallons of water. So I use about 1/4 a cup per gallon, and I just put it in with I use distilled water on my plants. I'm not an expert on water, not really going to get into that, but I am going to say that if you're using tap water, I suggest leaving it out at least 24 hours uncovered. I've read that helps the chlorine dissipate. I don't know how true that is. Again, not an expert on water, but whatever water you're using, let it sit 24 hours and then water, and the sludge that's a gross word, but it's left in there. Don't toss that. You can just pour it onto the top soil of your plant, and it'll continue to give it those benefits. And this, it's really easy to get a hold of as far as I've found. I've seen it pretty much at all the big box stores and Amazon. Most online places have had it. So hopefully it's pretty easy where you are to get a hold of as well. But I personally have loved it. I've seen lots of really great growth with my plants using it, and knock on wood, I haven't seen any pests lately also, which is really great. I don't have a lot of new stuff coming in lately, which maybe that's part of it too, but usually with the change in seasons, I see a lot of issues arise with my plants, and I haven't yet so far. So not saying it's the miracle product, but so far it's been really awesome. So hopefully you guys experience the same with yours. And again, I do mix it into all my soil mixtures as well as using the tea. You don't have to use it that way, but I just love that it is one of the products that you can start using right away. You don't have to, repot anything. You just can put it right in, and it works, and it's awesomely magical. So I hope you guys have a good experience with it. Let me know if you guys use it and how it goes for you. I'd love to hear all of that. And I will be back hopefully very soon with another ingredient episode on stuff. Maybe next time we'll talk about perlite and pumice. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Comment and let me know what you want me to talk about as far as ingredients next. And I hope you guys have a wonderful night or day or morning, whatever time it is. It's night here as I'm filming this. But I hope you have a great whatever time of day it is. And we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.